Hey, welcome to Theologically Fit. I'm Gary Younger, and today we're going to be covering a biometric scale and I guess the app along with that. All right, just for those of you who don't know, we've got scales out there now that can they'll do a biometric reading. I want to say it's like probably electromagnetic or something, but anyway, it adjusts or tries to calculate like your body mass, your muscle mass, your fat mass, your visceral fat, your bone mass, and that type of stuff, your body water, and that things of that nature. It depends on which app, which scale you get, does what. Now I've got one called Renpho. It was a gift this last December. Do you need one? No, but it sure does help. The main thing that I see overall is just use it like a normal scale. It's just kind of a guide. It's not the end all. So you can be losing weight, you can be losing fat and muscle mass at the same time. You just don't know it on a regular scale. So unless you see it visually wise. So anyway, you don't need it, but it's just one kind of a fun little thing to have to just kind of help see where the things you can't see, what's going on and what's potentially going on. Now the accuracy is questionable, but at least it's something to track in the overall. It may not be, like it may say that you're like 30% body fat, but if you look in the mirror, it's probably closer to 35, 40 type of thing. So again, it's just someplace to start here and then go here, and just everything in between. That's all that it's pretty much doing. So I'm going to show you some numbers on here as far as like what the Renpho app does with me and the things that it tracks for me. The app came with the scale as far as like it connects to the scale. The app is free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have any monthly subscriptions or anything of that nature. Again, we'll just show you some of the things that it goes through, and I'll put it up here on the screen as well somewhere up there. So right now, like it's showing me at 186.8 pounds. My goal weight is going to be about 170, and that's just kind of a target thing for me with the muscle that I've been putting on as well. So I may not actually get to 170, but I do need to get rid of my midsection a little bit, and this will kind of help tell me whether I'm making actual adjustment, apart from visually, whether things are working a little bit better for me. All right, so this is the main screen that you're looking at here. Shows my weight, my total body fat goal. Nowhere near that. And then, of course, you got the basic, my weight, my BMI, which is body mass index, which I don't put a whole lot of stock in there. For those of you who don't know, that takes your height and your weight, and it tells you whether you're fat or not. Like you can't go look in a mirror and say, yeah, you're fat, or I'm too skinny, that type of stuff. So like it says right here, body fat percentage 17.5. That's, I think, kind of low. I think I'm a little bit higher than that overall. Fat-free body weight, so that's your non-fat items. That's your bones, your muscles, whatever fluid, your blood, all that fun stuff. Your subcutaneous is in your skin, so anything below here is right in here. And then your visceral fat is going to be like inside your belly, all the fat around your organs, your liver, that type of stuff. Anywhere else that it's in there, that it's like deep inside. It's not just touching your skin. It's going to be really deep inside your organs. All right, so let me see here. So if you look down at the bottom, it says trends. So I'm touching on that. So the trends here. Scrolling to the left here, you can see basically where I started in the overall category of weight. I'm at like 190.4 is when I first started tracking this. And then we'll scroll to the right. You see how I kind of go down, down, down. And then somewhere in here, I started gaining some muscle back for the most part, I hope. But I definitely didn't get fatter, I don't think. And then trends. So now next to the weight down there, now you're looking at the BMI, and again, I'll scroll back and forth, and you'll see it kind of goes up and down and moves around a little bit, and then kind of steady state. So, for the most part, it's you'll see me kind of going up and down and whatnot. So I'll scroll through here. So my body fat percentage Again, you'll see kind of evolution. So at one point, I got down to 180 pounds from 300. So that's where you're going to see some of these really low dips. That's when I was down to about 170 or 180. I'm sorry. And since making that particular plunge, I've gone up a bit as far as overall weight, but I've been packing on some muscle as well. And then we can look at body water. So scrolling through here, my body water has dropped overall since getting this scale. And it's been holding steady, even though for like the last 30 days I've been drinking at least a 2 liter of water every day, sometimes even more. So then you're going to see here, this is the skeletal muscle. So this is measuring my skeletal muscle. You see I was pretty high, and then it kind of averages out, and then I take a small little dip. And now this is where, again, I lost some weight overall. And then, of course, I'm coming back up a little bit as far as skeletal muscle. And then we're looking at BMR, which is basal metabolic rate, so how much energy you're burning when you're just sitting still, when you're just sitting on the couch type of thing. So that's an estimation. And again, you see it kind of goes down a little bit. So the more I rest currently, I'm burning about 1,800 calories for the day if I was to just sit on the couch all day long, that type of thing, if I understand that right anyway. So, all right, so fat-free body weight, so that's going to be your bones, your muscles that don't have any fat on them, that type of stuff. Again, you can see how it kind of makes a little bit of a dip back there again, when I dropped to my lowest weight. So subcutaneous fat, so that's estimating how much fat is, say, in my just below my skin. And then visceral fat, that's pretty much held steady for the most part. This is the stuff basically in my stomach. It's held pretty steady, moved up and down a little bit down in there, and then pretty much dropped, and it just holds steady. So frustrating point for me, but it just speaks to what I already know, that I'm in a plateau and I need to make some adjustments. So I understand that, but this is just a metric to show me that it's not just in my head that I'm not losing weight. It actually says that I'm not losing the visceral fat as much as I should. So muscle mass, again, this is all muscle mass. This is your muscle. Your heart is a muscle as well, so don't forget about that. So this is all the muscles that are in your make you. All right, so again, it's 146 of the 186 that I weigh. 146 of it's basically muscle. And then we got bone mass. Bone mass didn't change a whole lot. It stayed pretty simple. I had like one little spike, and then it came back down overall. And I don't understand that, but you can see it doesn't move a whole lot as far as number wise. All right, now you're looking at protein. Protein, again, you're going to get some peaks and valleys. Hold steady for the most part. So this is how much your body's made up of protein. And that includes everything overall, like even your hair basically is protein. But you can see now I've been going increasing my protein intake, and you can see that it really didn't do a whole lot in the last 2-3 months. So it's not moving as much, but I can definitely see a difference in some of my, if I was to look at my legs and whatnot, I can definitely see they're getting bigger a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be showing on here. And then at the very end here, we got metabolic age. So that's about how old your metabolism is operating. So if you're 30, 40, and it says you're getting heavier, something like this will tell you what's going on with your metabolism, whether it's too fast, too slow. So more likely if it's going to be too slow. So you're going to have a higher number right there. So it's going to think like maybe you're 50 or 60 type of thing. So that's going to basically help out what's going on with potential why you either are gaining weight or can't seem to lose any weight. So that's just a gauge. Now for me, I'm 52, and it currently says that I am 54. I'm 54, so it's within range. It's not too bad. Could it be a little bit better? Yeah, but it's not going to be you know, it's not telling me that I'm 60 or 70 or 20, that type of stuff. So overall, it's just kind of a gauge. It's just a tracking mechanism. Again, you don't have to do it, but it does help to just kind of sort of see or reinforce what you're seeing in your own body composition changes for the for good or for bad. So, all right. So that's the Renpho app. That's a biometric app. Again, you don't have to do this, but it sure does. It at least entertains me a little bit. I can at least do something other than just sit around and wonder if I'm losing weight or not. Just more than that, just not just looking at the scale going, yep, I'm down, I'm up, whatever it is. It's just instead of going to the doctor and having them do all that fun stuff, 20, $30 for a decent one, a scale and an app, and it beats going to the doctor all the time. All right, so. Other than that, if you guys have got experience with any other biometric brand or even this particular one, post it down there. Let me know what you think. I might go looking into it. Again, I don't put too much stock into it, but it's a starting point to mess around with. So other than that, y'all have a good day and God bless.